think these are cubes of beef with this chili, which looks outrageously good. Oh, look at that. Good morning, everyone. It's Mark Wiens with migrationology.com. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Where from you?
America. And my wife is from Thailand.
Thailand. Oh.
Thailand, yes.
Sawadee ha, something like I don't know.
Yes. Sawadee krap.
I don't know.
Sawadee krap. Have a great day.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
He was a really friendly man, as are many people we have met here. But it is a really beautiful sunny morning in Thimphu. It's still a bit cold, but we are walking down to the center of town, and we are heading first to a cafe for a cup of coffee and a little bit of breakfast, and then from there we have a couple more restaurants to visit today. It's gonna be another good day in Thimphu, I believe. This cafe is called Art Cafe, and they have some outside seating, but they also have a nice, really cozy indoor area. And we chose to sit right next to the fireplace, so I even had to take off my jacket, and I'm feeling toasty in here. But coffee has just arrived. Check out the size of this cup of coffee. That's like a soup bowl. As a comparison, since it's kind of hard to see how big this cup is, just check it out next to my face. It's huge. I like that. Oh, that's really, really hot. This is a dish, and it's Bhutanese style fried rice with chicken, and served, I like how they served it. Whoa, that is solid. They served it in a coffee cup as well, one of these giant coffee cups. And of course served with more chili sauce, which can never be a bad thing. I think it might be easier if I dump it all onto the plate. That was just solidly filled in there. Oh, the dry chilies. I can smell the aroma of those chilies. There's some chicken in here, chilies, and looks like green beans. Oh, chicken. Oh, how about some chicken and a chili in that bite? It's all about those dry chilies. They're so fragrant. A little more of this chili sauce, though, wouldn't hurt. Oh, there's another piece of chicken. It's not as spicy as it looks, but it is very, very fragrant. You can really taste those dry chilies, and I think they added a bunch of green onions. That was really good. I love how the main seasoning ingredient are dried chilies. We're gonna sit here and relax for a little bit. Oh, I think the power just went out. We're walking through downtown Thimphu, and we got a phone now with a local number, but we need to buy some top-up credit. So I'm gonna stop into that little tiny store. That was successful. We put in 100 nu, which is about $1.50 or somewhere around that. We are walking towards the Royal Textile Museum. In Bhutan, the culture is very well preserved, and when you're walking around, you see the majority of people wearing the traditional style of clothing. And so this museum, I hope, will give us an education and teach us about the different textiles as well as the traditional styles of dress, and which are a really big part of Bhutanese culture. It cost $250 for entrance, and unfortunately they didn't allow any photography inside, so I couldn't take any videos inside. But there was one room showing a collection of royal textiles and clothing, which was really impressive. And then there was another big room showing the different styles and weaves and clothing and attire of different areas of Bhutan. It hasn't been all that long since breakfast, but it is now time for lunch. And it's a good thing walking around Thimphu requires some energy because of the hills, so that we can work off all that food before the next meal. We walked back to the clock tower, which is kind of, the center Times Square of Thimphu, if you can call it that. But the restaurant we're going to is called Musk Restaurant, and it's right behind the clock tower, right next to the Druk Hotel. They have some seating out in the front as well as a dining area in the middle, but we came to the back room, which has a sofa and some nice seating, so we were relaxing back here. I know the food is gonna be delicious, and she did actually just ordered us a bunch of dishes, and the owner, she has really explained to me that she really strives to serve home-cooked food, and it really does feel like we are at a home. The food looks incredibly delicious. This is a sizzling beef dish, and when it came out, it was just sizzling away. There are pieces of beef here. I think there are potatoes, carrots, and cauliflower onto the rice. This one is spicy chicken, and you can see all those chilies, the chicken, and then a handful of cilantro on top. I'm gonna put one of these pieces onto my rice. Oh, that looks good. That looks really good. Okay. Oh, okay. And this one is the one that really catches my attention. Beef, in just loaded with red chilies, and this looks incredibly good. Oh, look at just all those hanging chilies. It's a beautiful thing. Set this down onto the rice, and then not forgetting the pork ribs, which are, what is this one cooked in?
This is just cooked in ginger, garlic, tomato, onion, and a little bit of soybean sauce.
The final seasoning, this is a bamboo shoot, and these are chilies actually. They look like tomatoes, but they are chilies, and they are called fireball chilies, so they are supposed to be very spicy. This is a Nepali pickle, and it's called tamba acha. Stick that onto my plate. A little fireballs, I love the name of that. Okay, I'm gonna start with that sizzling beef while it's still hot. Let me try to take off a piece. Oh, that looks like chicken. Is it chicken also?
I think it's chicken meat.
Oh, okay, that's okay. That's okay.
Oh, no, we said it was, you asked for
chicken. Oh, anyways.
It was beef.
Anyways, chicken is fine. Chicken is fine. Okay, actually, it is chicken, which is fine. And then chicken, sizzling chicken. Let me add a little more of that sauce. And, okay. Oh, you can taste that like sizzling iron flavor of it. It's like just a really, really good brown gravy. Oh, and ginger. I just got some ginger in there. That ginger is really nice. I think these are cubes of beef with this chili, which looks outrageously good. Oh, look at that. Now that is good. All that beef is tender, and then those chilies are, yeah, again, just extremely fragrant. And I can taste the garlic and ginger in there, as well as the cilantro. I think I'm gonna move into the achar with the fireball now, and I might break. Okay. Should I? Okay. Yeah, this should not be eaten in one bite. Amazing. You could definitely mistaken this for a cherry tomato.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it isn't.
I'm sure many people have. Okay, I'm just gonna taste a little bit, maybe with a little bit of that chicken. Some of that fireball. Oh, yeah, fireball has a kick to it, that's for sure. But that chicken curry is also really good. And additionally, with the chili from that fireball, it's in a pickle, which is a little bit sour. And it has the bamboo shoots. It's like a little bit sour and a little bit mustardy.
Yes.
Is there mustard seed in there? Or
yes.
Oh,
mustard
okay.
seed and mustard oil.
Oh, pick it up. Okay. Okay, I got the okay to pick up the rib with my finger. So this is the pork rib. It is dark and it looks really tender. And yeah, it just looks like it has a caramelized edge around it. Oh, that is wonderful. Oh, it's so tender. And then, yeah, it does have like a caramelized, oniony flavor to it. It's like barbecue ribs, but Nepali Bhutanese style. This is all incredibly good food, but I think this beef in the chili with that extra fireball, I think this might be the ultimate dish. It is so good. Oh, I'm gonna sneak on a little more beef onto my plate. Oh, and those chilies. Look at those chilies, are just awesome. I love how they're just so roughly cut, and this achar is really good as well.
Did you find it hot?
A little bit, but not too hot. Yeah, these fireballs. Yeah, those are like delicious chili tomatoes. But I think one bite is not a good idea. But you can definitely break them up and put them, and mix a little bit of that with some of that beef. Loving it. The combination of that beef chili, well, actually all the dishes, and this achar with the fireballs is just sensational. It's blowing my taste buds into beautiful flavors. But the owner, her mom actually makes this pickle, and so it's homemade. And these chilies, they do definitely have a fireball kick to them, and they are brilliant with that bamboo shoot, and then just garnishing each bite with a little bit of this chili and beef. Oh wow, it's just sensational. Oh yeah, just beautiful. Oh man, that was just breathtakingly delicious. I am about to lean back on the sofa, and I have a green tea now to ease myself. I am extremely happy after that meal, and a major thank you to the owner, Dickie, for hosting us here and for her generosity. Hot green tea at the end is a great way to end this delicious meal. And then, of course, leaning back on the sofa. Oh. We are walking out of the house now. It is approaching dinner time, but I have to admit, that was a really big lunch. I'm still pretty full, but we are walking back into town, and we're going to, I think we're having Bhutanese food for dinner. Hello. Hello, I think we have reservation for Mark. And then this restaurant is called Bhutan Orchid Restaurant. On the top floor of a little complex, they just offered me some traditional Bhutanese rice wine served in a little wooden bowl. So this will be a first for me. Oh wow. Oh, that's sour. And tastes like rice wine, but a little bit sour. They just brought us out a bunch of food. I think that's like 6 different dishes, but really beautifully presented in wooden bowls, which is the traditional Bhutanese bowl style. And then also we have a bowl of buckwheat noodles. Oh, these look really good. Oh man, it almost looks like soba. And I think Japanese soba is buckwheat as well. It's dumplings made also with buckwheat flour, and so they are, you can see they're darker in color than the white ones, and I think they're filled with cheese. Kewa datsi, which is with potatoes and cheese, and then this one is the emadatsi, which is the chilies and cheese, and that is loaded with chilies. Oh yeah, that's the priority of chilies right there. This one is a minced beef dish, and it looks like there are onions and tomatoes in here. And then finally, this is just cabbage, I think lightly stir-fried, she said, with some oyster sauce. I'm gonna have a little bit of that datsi with this bite. That chili is a little bit spicy. I'd like to try some of these buckwheat noodles. Maybe I'll just try it plain, but I'm sure with some cheese sauce, that would be nice. They're a little bit sticky. They almost have a little bit of a spinachy flavor to them as well. Those are excellent. I think it's spinach. It's mostly spinach inside, with maybe just a little bit of cheese, but not not overdone on the cheese. We just finished dinner at Bhutan Orchid Restaurant. I could taste the quality of the food, the cheese, nothing was too greasy, and the flavors were really well blended. I have to admit that I am like maxed out for the day. I am full. I think the only thing I can do right now is go back to the house and lay down. So we're gonna catch a cab back home. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below. And I will see you tomorrow for another day in Bhutan.